Hi there, and welcome to Men Aloud with me, Dave Sheahan. This is a new show that I've started here on Lir Media TV, and I'm excited to bring the show to you. What is Men Aloud? Well, what Men Aloud is, it's a space for men only. Sorry, ladies, if you haven't been watching this, but for men only. But why is it for men only? Well, Men Aloud is going to be a show which is for men to basically have a voice, for men to have a space, a platform where they can feel comfortable sharing about themselves. The big problem for men is, and has always been the problem, is like this alpha male idea, which has always been there. It means that men don't share. Men aren't in touch with their emotions. Men don't share their emotions. Men don't communicate how they're feeling. This is why suicide in men has always been a much higher rate than for women. Because again, men fester everything inside. Now, there's one thing I've learned in my own life where I've had my own dark times, and this is why I'm passionate about this type of topic, because I've had my own experience. Growing up from about 8 to 17, I had very dark times. I truly hated myself. I had no self-image, no self-esteem, no confidence. I hated myself. I literally didn't want to be here. I was close to ending it all a number of times. But what made it worse was externally, I seemed fine. Externally, it seemed like everything was cool. I was always happy-go-lucky, make people laugh, listen to people, have fun, all that kind of stuff, fun to be around, stuff like that. But internally, I was destroyed. But what was wrong? I wasn't communicating. Emotionally, I wasn't in tune with myself. I didn't have good self-image. I didn't have good self-esteem. I didn't have confidence in myself. I wouldn't communicate with anybody. I was putting a facade on. I was one person with people. I was another person when I was on my own. And this, unfortunately, is the way that most men are. Sorry, not all, of course. And thankfully, in the last probably 10 years or so, maybe, men have started to become a bit more open with their emotions. They've started to share a lot more about how they're feeling. And this is great because the reality is that general societal conditioning tells us that men sharing emotions is a sign of weakness. Well, no, that's absolute garbage because the reality is it's a sign of strength. It's a sign of bravery. So it's a total flip on what we're conditioned to believe in society. So men, as you're watching this, and ladies, if you're watching, share this with your men. It's brave to share how you feel. It's brave to open up. It's brave to communicate what's going on in your life. Okay. And it doesn't have to be anything major. The bottom line is you could have something small that's going on in your life that, is niggling at you and bothering you. But the fact that you don't share with anyone, it then becomes something bigger and something bigger and something bigger. And then something else might come on top of that. So you've got something that's becoming quite substantial. And like I said, inside it's eating away at you. Okay. So like Men Aloud is a platform I'm setting up here on Lir Media TV for men to come on and with me again, another man, talk about stuff. So we can talk directly on a call, or you can be on here literally on the screen with me, or email in or message in issues you're having, problems you're having, share your stories. It can be anonymously. I want you to feel comfortable. The main thing about Men Aloud is that it helps men to become more in touch with their emotions, to let out what's festering inside. Also want to be a space where you learn a lot about self-growth and self-esteem and confidence and self-development and personal development and all these kind of things. Everything's always based on women improving their self-esteem, improving their body shape, improving how they feel about themselves, improving all these areas. There's very little ever said about men in that space. And this thing, there's not much focus on men in terms of the mental health aspect. And mental health has taken a serious battering for the last 13 months, especially. It's always had some kind of impact as life has become more and more stressful because life has become a true hamster wheel. It's become more and more stress induced. It's become faster and faster and faster. Life has become more and more demanding. There's more and more keeping up with the Joneses, and people are really bought into that. And people have no idea what happiness truly is. So guys, I want you to start redefining what happiness means to you, because that's an important starting point even of getting clear on what it is you want out of life, and then you can take actions towards it. So, guys, I want to work with you as well on your goals, your dreams, what it is you want out of life. A space, this is why, again, it's Men Aloud. It's just for men. I want to be a space where we work on creating the life experience that you want. It's a platform where we work on our mental health. Mental health needs to be focused on. It needs to be focused on now more than ever. Okay? It's always been something important. It's always been something that I've impressed upon people in what they need to do, and they need to focus on improving their psychology and their mindset and be motivated and how to be motivated and improving their thought processes. but it's not something people have really grasped that much. And I'm doing this over 25 years. I impress upon people. Not often do they really grasp how important it is. The last 13 months, I think, is really shown because people are really breaking. People are really cracking under the pressure of the last 13 months and incessant negativity. People are cracking under the strain in their lives of financial strain, familial, would that be the word? Within family strain, as people are clubbed together all the time, but also people are losing jobs or kids are at home all the time. There's a strain with that too, worry, fear because of the uncertainty of the future, all the negative emotions are being created. All this stuff is taking such a toll on mental health. And this is why suicide is escalating at such a scary rate, not just in Ireland, but internationally. I've lived in many places around the world, and so I have people I'm friendly with all over the world, so I'm keeping up to date with what's going on. And this is a time, now more than ever, we need to put a focus on mental health. It is so important. It has never been more important. And this is why I want this platform for men to be a platform that helps men to feel better within themselves, to open up and let stuff out that they're letting fester inside. Because again, when you let it fester inside, it's like a disease, it's like a cancer. It's only going to go one direction. It's going to really poison your body basically, and that's going to have huge effects as well. Like, there's nothing worse than negative emotions and stress to age you, to decrease your health, to bring on diseases, to stimulate cancer cells. Because like with cancer, we all have cancer, but it's whether you're stimulating cancer or not. And all these lifestyle diseases accumulate not just from food and alcohol and stuff, but even just stress and how you feel and your emotions. Because if you think that you're unhealthy or think that you're going to get something, you're going to bring it into you. That's the thing, it's all about your energy. So the energy you give off is the energy you give back. So when you're living in fear all the time and you've negativity and negative emotions consume you, you're going to be drawing more of that in. So it's important for us to start creating positive energy and putting positive energy out there and draw more positive energy in. Okay. So guys, I want you to start calling in, call the station or call me, get in contact via messages, send some messages in. Let us know the story of your struggles. Let us know the issues that are bothering you. Let us know, things that you find challenging right now or you have in the past. Share with me, what your number one questions are about how you can feel better. It could be about health. It can be about mindset. It can be about nutrition. It can be about sleep. It can be how to manage self, how to manage lifestyle, how to manage time, all these kind of things. This is a space for you guys to learn. So I always do, my focus always on educating, motivating, and inspiring people and making a positive impact on them. Okay. So like I said, the main ethos of Men Aloud is for mental health, men's mental health. And that's what we're putting our focus on. But within that, there's so much. Of course, it's how to activate your brain, work your brain, your thought process, your psychology, all that side of things. But also how we feed our bodies, feed your brain. 20% of the calories you consume feed your brain. 20%. So if you're mainly feeding your body McDonald's or food like that, that's what's feeding your brain. If you're feeding your body smoothies and salads and stir fries and things like that, your brain's going to function very differently. What happens in your brain? Chemicals. What does that determine? Your mood. So again, so many different things, your thought process, the food you put in, how hydrated you are. Your brain's 83% water. And if you're not adequately hydrated, your brain isn't hydrated. It can't retain water. So even hydration is a massive factor. And when you're dehydrated, when you're consuming the wrong types of food that are not nutritious, when you're consuming the wrong type of information, feeding your brain the wrong information from the media, from people and so on, it's like poison your mind. So literally poison for the mind, most of the stuff people are listening or watching to or reading even. How do you expect to be in a good mood? How do you expect to be, in tune with your emotions, in tune with yourself? You won't be. And this is what I want to educate you on over the coming weeks and months here with Men Aloud on Lure Media TV. But it needs to be engaged. This can't be a monologue. This show isn't going to work if it's a monologue. Like, I can share lots of great content and lots of value and actionable steps and so on, but that isn't the essence of what I want the show to be. The power of the show is going to be purely in the engagement. The more you engage, the more you get out of it. So if you don't want to come on the show and literally talk live and be on screen with me, we can do it on the phone so you can be heard. Or if you don't want that either, you can always send an email or a message into us. And if you don't want that either, you can be anonymous. I'm opening it up to all those different scenarios. Okay. So whatever you feel most comfortable with, send us in, either me directly or to Lure Media TV. Plenty of ways of contacting us. Send us your stories of challenge. Send us, details of your situation, questions you have, topics you'd like covered, questions you have about mindset, questions you have about psychology, questions you have about exercise, nutrition, sleep, hydration, stress, all these kind of things. Remember, Men Aloud is this platform for men to be loud. Okay, men to be loud. Stop being so quiet. Start being brave. Stop speaking about you and your emotions and communicating openly as being weak. It's not weak. That's such a stereotype. That's such garbage. It's the complete opposite. It's brave. So you need to start communicating. So different in relationships. Women can be very clear on communicating in relationships. Most guys are not. It leads to relationships being doomed to failure because you can't have one side communicating and the other side not communicating. And especially if something's bothering someone, it festers. So I want to hear if something's bothering you. It can be about any area of your life. I don't care what it is. I've worked with clients for over 25 years on all kinds of topics, every single area. I've worked with them on their relationships. I've worked with them on bullying. I've worked with them on self-hatred and lack of self-love and no self-confidence. I've worked on body issues, health issues, sleep issues, stress issues, nutritional issues, health issues, mental health issues. I've worked with people who've done everything they can to kill themselves. We've pulled them back. I've worked with them to pull them back to where even some end up being coaches themselves, became life coaches. What a transformation is that? You might be listening to this right now and that might be your situation. You might have only one thought in your head, like me as a teenager, that you want to end it. You getting on and talking to me and us talking through things, whether it be anonymously or publicly, could be the spark. It could be what turns your life around. Life can turn around in an instant, but it takes action. And your action that I encourage you to do is to contact me or contact the show, contact Lure Media TV. Like, this is an essence of Lure Media TV, and this is why I've partnered with them, because Lure Media TV is all about helping people, having a positive impact, being part of the change that the world needs. The world needs to change. The world needs to change now more than ever. Societal conditioning needs to be wiped out. Lots of issues are there in terms of around women, but there's also lots of issues around men. A lot of them are very similar to the ones about women, but they don't get the publicity or the voice that is needed. Okay, men are subject to abuse. I'm not going to say as much as women, but on a high level. Domestic abuse, lots of it. Men are attacked in the street. I had that myself. I was attacked when at the age of, 19, 20, by 8 guys, and the life was beaten out of me. Rushed to hospital, my head stapled together again. Only for being fit, I probably wouldn't be here right now. I was so fit that I survived, but I could easily not have been. Imagine 8 guys beating the life out of you for whatever length of time. I was unconscious, beaten so hard I was unconscious, my head split open and so on. So these things do happen. It's not only women are attacked, men are attacked too. But all these different issues that relate to men. And over the weeks, any issues that come up in the public eye that are to do with men, we will address them. And there will be issues like that. And there will be times that issues will come up that are related predominantly to into women in-house portrayed in the media, but they will really, in reality, be applicable to men as well. So this platform, this show, Men Aloud, will be a platform for us to speak about how those issues impact men. And if they are impacting you directly, then again, communicate with the show, communicate with us. Let's get some dialogue going. Okay, so Men Aloud is about giving a space to men to become vocal about issues that they're having, to feel they're in a safe, trusting environment where they can be vulnerable. And being vulnerable is good. Being vulnerable is good. It's brave. And I encourage you to be as vulnerable as you possibly can, because out of being vulnerable, you gain strength. And out of gaining strength, you become less vulnerable and you become better able to cope with vulnerable situations in the future. That's why it's important that you become more open, share your emotions, communicate better, and you become a better communicator with everyone, your partners, if you've got kids, your family, your friends, associates, anyone in your life. We are humans. We need to connect as humans. We need to connect in every type of level. We need to stop this crap about men do this, women do that. We are humans. You are human. Behave like a human. And communication is a massive part of being human. Okay? So that's just a brief intro to what Men Aloud is about. I'm looking forward to helping you guys over the coming weeks and months. And as I said, helping you to become more in touch with your emotions, helping you to communicate better, getting some of these knots and poison out of your body that needs to be unleashed, I can guarantee you, when you unleash it, you will feel such relief and you will feel such a weight lifted off your shoulders. It will be life changing. It will be truly life changing. We are going to have some life changing conversations on Men Aloud. I can guarantee it. But I need your engagement. I need you to get in touch with me or Lear Media TV so we can help you with your issues. I'm going to, as I said, help you with your self image and your self esteem and your confidence, with your mind, your body, your health, with your exercise, nutrition, hydration, sleep, mindset, psychology, stress, lifestyle management, all these different areas. This is about mental health, guys. If you're strong mentally, if you've got a strong mind, the world is your oyster. It truly is. You can achieve anything. You can be anything. You can have anything. You can become anything. But you have to master what goes on between your ears because your mind is a control tower. It truly is. And right now, more than ever, we need to tackle mental health. We need to focus on mental health and we need to address mental health. So, Men Aloud is about addressing mental health, a space for men to do so. Okay? And I look forward to you joining us every week for a new show, new information, new strategies, new stories, new information. And I'm truly here to help you in any way I possibly can. Like I said, my life has been dedicated to educating, motivating, and inspiring people regaining control of the mind, body, health area of their life because it has a catalytic impact in every single area of your life. Okay? And like it says in my t-shirt, look at the t-shirt, make your own destiny. But you can only make your own destiny if you take the right action. So contact us, contact Lear Media TV or me directly with a topic, a question, a story, a personal situation that you want us to address on episodes of Men Aloud. All right, have a good one. Hope you enjoyed what I shared. Hope you got something from it. I look forward to speaking to you on our next Men Aloud show.